Issue 1, sovereignty or security. Question, does the United States need the ESD in order to survive?
Come on, John. President Langford is strong, but we need the ESD. The price of unilateralism is not worth the failure and the sacrifice of humanity.
I think Eleanor makes that point. You know, I was 10 years old when the first attack came. We lost hundreds of millions of people, and I would normally have said before then, if I'd been older, that no, the United States can do it. But to survive, after all this loss, the great unity that we've seen is something we can all be proud of and something we should reinforce.
The USD is a threat to American sovereignty. We ought to dump it, and we ought to dump the UN along with it, and I can't believe you.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to have that kind of strength and unity that comes from pulling all the countries on Earth together and be able to work with our neighbors on other planets as well for our survival.
And John, you know, one of the things when you're reading your history about how you escaped Washington after the attack, there is a legacy of human courage there. You were broadcasting until that last moment, and people, I think, know that broadcasting to the world and the world coming together, that is something all of us can join with now. We're a new world because of this horror.
Brave new world.
That's right. And I always remember it was Ronald Reagan who said, you know, an attack from outside would be something that could bring all the world together.
Issue 2, city living. During the attack of '96, the McLaughlin Group escaped Washington to the Maryland mountains. Question, facing the risk of a future alien attack, is urban living a dangerous gambit?
Take a look at what's going on in the country and go there.
We must not surrender to fear. That was the lesson of 1996.
Excellent.
I agree with the ESD. We have greater security now, and city living defines what people want to do, and rural living defines what some people want to do.
Besides, it's easier to defend yourself from an urban position than from out in the country.
A lot more guns in the country, Clarence.
Yeah. But a lot more defensive positions in the city.
You are all correct. Bye-bye.
They're coming back. It has its own gravity. What goes up must come down. Shouldn't we be nervous?
Yeah.
It's 2:45 in the morning. I know I didn't wake you.
As a matter of fact, it did.
Liar.
I have a confession to make. I'm sleeping next to a beautiful young brunette.
You didn't understand when I watched TV. Did you?
Of course not. You're going to come home right after the lunch, right?
Yes.
Where's your mother?
Hi, honey. I am with you. I know.
President Whitmore's approval rating has slipped below 40%. Even his crime bill failed to pass. Are the salad days over for President Whitmore? More time. Leadership as a pilot in the Gulf War is completely different from leadership in politics.
Daddy let me watch Letterman.
Traitor.
That's the problem. They elected a warrior and they got a wimp.